groups of up to 6, and with certain other limitations, as well as personal trainers at gyms, some youth sports activities, and some other functions. So this is on top of course, the opening of personal services like barbershops and hair salons and estheticians about a month ago. And this is on top of reopening the schools, most importantly, for 720,000 Alberta students, teachers, and staff on January the 6th. If the numbers continue to go down, then we would likely be in a position 3 to 4 weeks from now to move to the next phase of relaxation, which would include some restrictions, some relaxations for retail businesses, community halls, hotels, banquet halls, and conference centers. And then if the numbers continue to go in the right direction 3 or 4 weeks after that, we would look at increasing the maximum number of people who can attend worship together, adult team sports, museums, art galleries, libraries, indoor seated events, movie theaters, auditoriums, casinos, racing centers, and bingo halls, and so forth. But, we hope that happens. The numbers are going in the right direction. I want to thank all of your readers, listeners, and viewers for their great personal responsibility in following the public health guidelines. And thank you to your media outlets for conveying these important public health messages to your community. About, for example, the availability of self-isolation hotel space for free and financial support for those who have to self-isolate. So thank you all of your media outlets for playing a really important role in getting the message out, especially in many languages to Albertans who may not be fluent in English. It's really important for you to get that message out to them. So let me also say that I think there's some good economic news at the beginning of the year. According to Statistics Canada, Alberta had the best job growth in the country in the month of January. 20,000 jobs created here, while 200,000 jobs were lost across Canada. In the year of 2020, ours was one of only 2 provinces to see net population growth, with more people coming to Alberta than left the province. Even though we had a really tough year with the collapse of oil prices, this province is still a magnet for hard workers and entrepreneurs. That encourages me. Energy prices have recovered. The key benchmark price, West Texas Intermediate for oil, is back up to $58. And we see investment returning to our largest industry. The Canadian Association of Petroleum Producers projects an 18% increase in capital spending this year, which will create thousands of jobs. We see more diversification happening. The tech sector we've seen companies relocating to Calgary, and last year was the best year in history for venture capital, which is so critical for startup businesses. And we have some very good economic news on the horizon. Today, we announced nearly $500 million of support for Albertans through the Critical Worker Benefit that will provide a $1,200 payment to 330,000 Albertans working on the front lines, helping us to combat COVID. In both the private sector and the government sector, this includes everything from grocery store clerks to nurses, healthcare aides, and so many more Albertans. So I hope you got the news release on that. Next week, we'll be announcing a very exciting new program, the largest ever job training program in Alberta history, part of our economic recovery plan, and a number of other important announcements that will lead up to the provincial budget on February 25th. And with that, let me hand it over to you for your questions.
Thank you for your advice, Premier. We will now move on to the question and answer period, and I'll call upon each one of you one